Good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF. Welcome or welcome back. My name is PK. This is Bookie Monsters, and Monday through Friday, we look at the new releases of the week. And I hope you are having a great day. Have a cup of coffee or taking a break. We will jump into looking at some more cozy mysteries because there's always a lot of those. Good morning, Cajun. How you doing? Hope you're having a good morning. I was up every couple hours, so it would have been nice to sleep in a little bit. That's okay. I've got my coffee, and we're going to look at new books, and that is always a good thing. All right, we did the Honeymead murder. I think we were here. Mouse in the House, 107 pages, so novella length. This is part of the Magical Mouse series by Deanna Drake. This house mouse might be walking, talking wonder, but it'll take every one of his special gifts to catch his landlady's killer. A freak accident at birth gave house mouse Max the ability to speak, but an ego-bruising life lesson taught him to keep his muzzle shut. Now he leads a quiet life at the Reginald Arms, a struggling boarding house with a troubled past. At least he did until cupcake-making marvel Darla Jo Masters moves in to help her aunt run the place and lures him from the shadows with the delicious scent of her freshly baked treats. She's also whipping up ideas for home improvements to keep her aunt out of bankruptcy. The only problem is landlady Jenkins doesn't want Darla Jo's help, and she might be trying to sabotage them by working with the local newspaper to sensationalize an old family scandal and rumors of a resident ghost. When landlady Jenkins turns up dead, Darla Jo is the prime suspect. The cops think it's an open and shut case, but Max is standing by his friend. Can this timid little critter save an innocent girl, or will his vow of silence allow a killer to get away with murder? If you're a reader who likes cozy mysteries, cute critters, and cupcakes, Mouse in the House is for you. It is a super sweet, absolutely clean, and family-friendly book suitable for all ages. That sounds very cute. Went and got myself a pumpkin spice latte this morning. Where from? Because I'm hearing I've only had one official one, and that was from Starbucks, and I didn't like the chemical aftertaste, but I'm hearing there's different ways to request it, and of course, different places would be different. Well, I will thank you. I will make it through with the idea that the weekend is here. It's almost here. Such as it is. Plus, I'm listening to a very good book. My crochet, the stitch I'm doing now, I like way a lot better. So it's going better and it's looser and more relaxed. So life is good. Life is good. Text in Show by Gretchen Galway, 6th of the Sonoma Witches. Let's double check when this came out. Yep, we're still good. Woo! It's the Elwyn Flower Show, where witches throw the biggest garden event of the year. One little murder isn't going to stop it. Maybe not even two. Witch Alma Belrose's life has finally settled down after resolving a series of magical mysteries. She's enjoying a quiet life with her dog and fae boyfriend, Seth. Did you read this one? Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes they do kind of all sound alike. But nothing ever stays quiet in Silver Pool for long. Right after her boyfriend leaves on a trip, there's a supernatural attack on her home. When she rescues one friend, she learns of a sudden and suspicious death of another, leaving her reeling and determined to find the killer. Soon she's at the Elwyn Flower Show on the Northern California coast, pretending to be a contestant in the biggest botanical event in the world, at least for the fanatical witches who participate. One mystery turns into two, then three. She starts to doubt everyone, even her most trusted colleague. When she digs up a shocking secret, she races to protect the final target's life and her own. That looks cute too, hence being a cozy mystery. Driftwood Deceptions. Well, here's one that would count for the second scavenger hunt in October. It has a cat on the cover. Starbucks, no aftertaste, but doesn't seem as strong. Okay. Now the pumpkin chai tea I got last week. Ah, I do like chai tea. Did you know that the word chai is tea in that language? So you're actually saying TT? Something I learned. Driftwood, you know what? Driftwood Deceptions would also count for the first scavenger hunt being 2 letters. See, this would be a double whammy. By Wendy Ledger. A reporter is determined to solve a case, but her clever cat Pepper has a plan of his own. Can they unravel their mysteries without falling into further tragedy? Maggie Romano is ready to embrace the quiet life she's been building, a fulfilling job, a new boyfriend, and a remarkable talking cat named Pepper. However, when the tranquil haven of Harmony Beach is shattered by yet another murder, Maggie's sense of security is once again tested. Thankfully, her steadfast beau, Owen, stands by her side, joining her in the relentless pursuit of the truth. Yet Pepper has a different mission in mind. He's determined to reunite with his long-lost sister, Salt. He urges Maggie and Owen to leave the investigation to the authorities and focus on reuniting the feline siblings. Why is the cat the sensible one? Can Maggie and Pepper navigate the stormy seas of mystery while preserving the joy in their beloved town? This is a third in series. Yeah, I'd like some TT, please. Murder and Mammon. Or is it Mammon? I don't know. By Mia P. Manansala, fourth in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mysteries. 288 pages. Now we want to double check because sometimes, yep, it is this week. All right. This one would also count for the title with 2 letters. I'm always on the lookout with these new releases. When Murder Mars, the grand opening for Leila Macapagal's auntie's new laundromat, she will have to air out all the dirty laundry in Shady Palms to catch a killer. Lila Macapagal, and I apologize, I'm mangling that. Godmothers April, May, and June, aka the Calendar Crew, are celebrating the opening of their latest joint business venture, a new laundromat, to much fanfare and controversy. However, what should have been a joyous occasion quickly turns into a tragedy when they discover the building has been vandalized and the body of Nenang April's niece recently arrived from the Philippines next to a chilling message painted on the floor. The question is, was the message aimed at the victim or Lila's gossipy godmothers who have not so squeaky clean reputations? With Nenang April falling apart from grief and little progress from the Shady Palms Police Department in this slippery case, it's up to Lila and her network to find justice for the young woman. The Calendar Crew have stuck their noses into everybody's business for years, but now the tables are turned, as Lila must pry into the Calendar Crew's lives to figure out who has a vendetta against the extremely opinionated yet loving aunties and stop them before they strike again. That's book 4 in the series. Richard Osman. I think we looked at this one on Monday, The Last Devil to Die. Yeah. And I think we also did look at Murder at Midnight. One Smart Cookie by Maria Schneider. Can't go wrong with Puppy on the cover. This one came out in August. Sorry, you can't look at the puppy. Soon we will know all of these and recognize right away. This one did come out this week. And it's a Kindle Unlimited. Like a Witch with a Bone, a Casey Canine Caper, Paws and Poltergeist Book 2 by Mara Webb. 134 pages. And it's got a beagle. When Celeste's dog digs up a body in her backyard, it's clear that she's about to have a rough week. Oh, come on. With accusations flying her way, she becomes determined to find out who is truly responsible before she gets arrested for something she didn't do. Again. In an effort to clear her own name, she turns to the neighborhood watch, homing in on a subgroup of silver-haired ladies that flinch at the mention of the crime. They don't want to answer any questions about it and quickly excuse themselves. Will she be barking mad to think that they had anything to do with the murder? Or will her dogged determination to investigate on her own pay off? The real killer won't take kindly to the newest nosy neighbor in town, and in a town full of magic, she must remember that positively nothing is as it seems. Okay, whoever writes these. Reading, Writing, and Murder by Brenda Whiteside. Second in the Chocolate Martini Sisters Mysteries. Came out in August. Come on, people. Cheesy does it. Seventh in the seasoned and sleuth mystery, and it's only 89 pages, so this would be a very fast read, particularly if you're looking to boost your total books read. It's not December where you kind of panic at that point, but this, make a note, it would count. Fixing What Ain't Broke Can Be Murder. There's a new girl in town, or more to the point, a new community manager, and the residents of Breezy Lake don't react well, and it looks like some of her proposed changes might just upset their entire way of life. Resident and amateur sleuth Loretta Barksdale is particularly concerned about the possibility of her beloved Clubhouse Cooks group being dissolved. When strangers in league with the new manager start arriving in town and throwing around their weight, tensions rise, culminating in a slaying at the local coffee shop. Loretta bites her tongue when the new CM comes to her for help in solving the crime and agrees to help. She'd like to knock the CM off her high horse, but figures that can wait until after the case is cracked. Can she find the killer and keep her community safe? Or will the recent changes put a permanent damper on the laid-back Florida retirement village that she loves? Well, she must do it pretty quickly because it's only 89 pages. To which I tell authors, come on, you could have fleshed that out a little bit more, but that's just me. Me being mean. More copies required. I like those Summer Prescott publishing books. They're just easy reads, nice as an in-between other things. There you go. Okay. Good point. Killer in the Park, a fine art mystery. Let's double check. Yes. By Paula Darnell. A sunny summer's day, an art show in the park. How could something so delightful turn so deadly? When she hears a bone-chilling scream, artist Amanda Trent leaves her booth and rushes through the park to find a horrifying scene. Her friend Pamela is kneeling beside her husband's body, her hands covered in blood. Amanda's fear that the police will immediately peg Pamela as their chief suspect, well, no kidding, comes true when Pamela is arrested for murdering her own husband. But Amanda knows that Pamela is no killer, and she's determined to prove it. Encouraged by the support of her friends and bolstered by the companionship of her adorable golden retriever, Laddie, and her moody calico cat, Mona Lisa, Amanda pursues clue after clue to no avail. She's running out of leads, and Pamela's running out of time. Can Amanda discover who the real killer is before Pamela has to call a prison cell her new home? Fourth in the series. Most of them are pretty good, complete stories, but not always. Well, hopefully. Again, I'm not against novellas at all. But to me, 89 pages is more like a 0.5 rather than a book. A 0.5 in a meteor series. But we are a society that has become very short attention span. And maybe that's just exactly what you want sometimes. Spell Check by Christine Pope, 10th in series in the Hedge Witch for Hire series. Interesting covers. It's the murder investigation of Selena's life, but this time she's flying blind. Selena's pregnancy is progressing without a hitch. Spoiler, well, just one. Her aura reading gift has disappeared. She's not thrilled, but her in-laws assure her it's simply a side effect of marrying into Calvin Standing Bear's shifter tribe. As soon as the baby is born, all will be well. Probably. Hopefully. Luckily, Selena doesn't need her odd little gift when she hires the perfect shop assistant off Craigslist in preparation for her upcoming maternity leave. So she puts that worry out of her mind, only to have it quickly replaced by another. Her friend Archie has been receiving blackmail letters from someone who hints that they know about his secret past as a cursed cat. Excuse me. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to brush it off as just a jealous dance competitor when Archie's fiancée, Victoria, finds the blackmailer sprawled dead on her studio floor. That's going to be hard to clean up. This puts quite a damper on their upcoming wedding, especially when Victoria is arrested for the murder. Without her aura reading gifts, Selena can only reach out to the spirit world with her tarot and her pendulums. With a blind spot like that, there's plenty of opportunity for the real murderer to go free or get too close. Anybody can use pendulums. I do. It's the easiest thing to do. I recommend it if you have a yes-no kind of question. Sorry, let me. Death in the River by Hilary Pugh, second in series. Kindle Unlimited. I like the cover. Breakfast Club detectives. An early morning dog walk along the river ends with a shocking discovery. When the body of a man is fished out of the River Thames near Windsor, it looks like a straightforward accidental death from drowning following excess of alcohol. The only problem is that this man died 18 months ago in a train crash. Was the first death just a case of mistaken identity, or was it more complex than that? Breakfast Club detectives set out to discover where the victim spent the last year and a half and why his nearest and dearest thought he had died. Turns out to be a search full of unexpected twists and false trails. A knotty problem for the team becomes more sinister when they discover that the victim was disliked by almost everyone who knew him. Could they be looking at a case of murder? More to the point, can they solve it? That sounded interesting. A Room with Clue. That is a very cute cover. By Matilda Swift, 6th in series, 195 pages, Kindle Unlimited. I'm just double checking dates. A Heathervale mystery. When the floodwaters rise, murder makes a splash. Arena Fenn's hard-earned weekend away is accompanied by half of Heathervale. When Gillian DeVere's she'll get through it with an alpaca pack trip with her best friend and the promise of cafes, country walks, and quaint boutiques. But when dark clouds turn to downpours and a dead body turns up in the hotel, there's more than a splash of danger dampening everyone's spirits. As the floodwaters rise, Arena must wade through the clues and ride the waves of intrigue to keep the killer from evading justice. This clean read is book 6. Enjoy it as a standalone or read in series order for more twists than a country lane and a cast of cozy characters you'll feel right at home with. Mabel and the Little Green Men by Susan Kimmel Wright. That sounds like something that happens in Vegas that stays in Vegas. I'm just saying. The last thing Mabel needed was a flying saucer. No kidding. Not to mention a rash of similar sightings all over town. Her life's already been upended by getting fired and moving to Grandma's old house in Medicine Spring. So far, the deceptively sleepy village has delivered several murders and romance with a handsome private investigator. Are Little Green Men next? While Mabel tries to get to the bottom of the parent space invasion, she also gets herself caught between competing candidates for township supervisor. Small town politics call for more diplomacy than she has, not to mention the ability to duck, run, and hide. And unfortunately, her UFO investigation only raises more questions. Long buried secret service, all tied to one night in 1958, and another seeming alien attack. But something more troublesome than any Martian invasion is on its way. A film crew descends, bent on producing a documentary on the historic UFO crash. Hordes of tourists follow, all infected with flying saucer fever. When an all too human body turns up at the alleged alien gravesite in a local cemetery, Mabel realizes murder is bound to follow her, whether of this world or not. Third in series. And it has a cat on the series, and a dog. Adorable. And it has 2 letters that start with M. So this would be also a double whammy if you're looking for a scavenger hunt pick. Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of wondering too, because that would be kind of timely. The Green Man in UK is folklore, but it always freaks me out when it's on one of the shows like Midsummer Murders, Shakespeare and Hathaway. Yep, yep, yep. I get you. I mean, the other little gray man. Indeed. Spotted at the cemetery. Uh-oh. I can see my alarm's going to go off pretty soon. By Addison Moore and Bellamy Bloom. 26th in series. Also very timely. My name is Busy Baker and I can read minds. Not every mind, not every time, but most of the time. And believe me when I say it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's time for Halloween in Spider Cove, and Jasper's brother is getting hitched while standing in a cemetery in the middle of the night. And as if a wedding in a graveyard wasn't terrifying enough, a guest ends up joining the great disembodied majority. Tombstones and ghosts aside, there's a killer on the loose, and Spider Cove may never be the same again. That is all we have time for today. We got through quite a bit of those cozies this week. All right. Well, this is Friday, so this was the last morning show of this week. Hopefully you saw some things to maybe check out a little further. I know I did, because that's why we do it, to look to see what's out there, so there's more things for us to read. Oh, thank you, Cajun. You have a good day, too. Reading sprints tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, my time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to go for like 5 hours. Bring a good book, work on a project, which I think I will be doing. I'll be listening to an audiobook, hopefully, or just be productive and listen to some nice ambient music while you do it. Also, starting Sunday is Sarah on Bookish Knitter's 1,000 Pages Read Challenge, which I will be doing. And I'll probably tell you about what I'm reading on Monday. But I have 3 new releases next week that will contribute to that greatly. Otherwise, I hope you have a happy, safe weekend. If I don't see you, please hit the like and subscribe button. Tell people about us, because I would really love to tell more people, spread the word of the good books that are out there. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day and weekend. God bless.